So, we're ready for the results ceremony. Will you please welcome onto the stage our adjudicators, Glyn and Helen Williams. We're just sorting out seating. Right, before we actually get to the awards, I'd like to say a few thank yous. First of all, thank you to the SABA ambassadors and all the volunteers who work tirelessly behind the stage and also on stage to get the young people on and off. A huge thank you to all of the participants and the staff and mums and dads, grands and grandpas, all the family, because without your support, we wouldn't have today. So a big thank you to you. I think you need a round of applause. So that today is really special for the young people, we have to have some really, really special adjudicators. And I'm so pleased that Glyn and Helen have come to adjudicate the young people today. So again, will you please say a huge thank you to them. So they've been writing really quite a lot today, and it's all positive. It's all going to give you an insight into how you can just become so much better in all your performing and all your playing. But just to sort of give you some more insight into that, I'm going to ask Glyn to come and say a few words. Glyn.
Well, what an absolute joy it's been so far today. I'm sure you all agree. It's been an absolute breath of fresh air to see all these young players come onto the stage to perform. And you must agree that all the bands were magnificent today, weren't they? Do you agree? Let's give another round of applause to the bands. All the music that was played today, like every single piece was like a sensible choice. So it showed off each band's qualities. You know, the majority of the bands, they handled all the basics of band playing, which is what we're kind of looking for in these like early stages of their musical careers. So a lot of the bands were playing with like good ensemble, good balance, and good tuning, and maybe some of the ones who got into the gold categories were able to maybe add a little bit of style to the music as well. But I thought, yeah, every single performance today had so much to offer. The other thing I'd like to say before I hand over to the wonderful Helen Williams is just to thank SABA really for holding the event in this hall and giving these youngsters the opportunity to play in this magnificent concert hall. I mean, I've performed on this stage, I've conducted on this stage on many an occasion, and it's just an absolute brilliant opportunity for the youngsters to kind of thrive in this kind of environment. Don't be too disappointed if you're not playing in concert halls like us every weekend. But as I say, this is a fantastic venue, and thank you very much for holding the event here. So I'll hand over to Helen Williams, who's going to say a few words. Thank you very much.
I hope you can see me over the top of this. I'm slightly vertically challenged. I also want to say well done to everybody who's performed today. Glyn and I have been doing this for a very, very long time. Sometimes we forget where it all starts from, where it all comes from, because we're out every weekend playing in nice concert halls like this, sometimes some not so nice concert halls as well, but we do it a lot, we play a lot, we experience a lot of concerts, we experience a lot of audiences, but it's so nice to sit down and listen to what is going to be happening next. It's the future. It's the most important part of the brass band movement that we're so passionate about and have been so passionate about for, I have to say 50 years I've been doing this, 50 years I've been playing. It's nice to be grounded, it's nice to be brought back and to hear where it all begins from. And you should all be so proud of every single performer who came on this stage and contributed to some really great performances. Please give all the performers another round of applause. I'm a really lucky person who managed to change my hobby of playing in a brass band into my whole life, my whole profession. I started teaching, I've performed all over the world and been paid for doing it sometimes as well, which is amazing. I've had so many opportunities. All these young players would not have those opportunities if they didn't have great teachers. So please, would you put your hands together, especially for the teachers and the conductors of the band who guide the young people. Having been a brass teacher myself, teaching in schools, teaching at youth bands, national youth bands, all over the world really, I very much appreciate the contribution that parents make to that effort. If it isn't for the parents encouraging young people to practice every day, everybody practices every day, don't they? If it isn't for the parents doing that, for them driving them to band rehearsals, to extra lessons and things like that, it just wouldn't happen. For stumping up the cash for all those extra driving sessions, stumping up the money to pay for extra courses, all the extra things that we need to develop as brass players. If the parents aren't there, we haven't got any of it. So I, especially as an ex-teacher in schools now, would like to say thank you so much. Keep up the good work, parents. Keep pushing, and they will achieve. Thank you. And one final thing, going on from today, the players that we've heard on the stage today have been fantastic, but they need to think about their futures. There are opportunities out there for them to develop as players and as into wonderful people as well as musicians. Think about joining the National Youth Brass Band of Scotland or the National Youth Brass Band of Great Britain. Please join those organisations. The opportunities that they can give to you are immeasurable. When I was young, nobody mentioned joining a National Youth Brass Band, and I really missed out. However, having been a tutor on those courses, I can see the benefits, I can see what the young people get out of it, musically and on a personal level. You make friends for life when you join organisations like that. I can only extol the virtues of joining an organisation like your National Youth Band, taking it on to the next level, and then the world is your oyster. You never know what will happen for you. You could also be playing all around the world when you've had those sort of experiences. So, yeah, please have a look at I think they have a trade stand. Is it a trade stand for nibs? Yeah? Please have a look. Consider doing that. Persuade your parents that that's what you want to do next and take that next step forwards. Thank you so much for a really enjoyable day so far, and I'm looking forward to the next lot this afternoon as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Glyn and Helen. Just one thing to say, just about the practice thing. One of the things I always tell young people is this: only practice on the days you brush your teeth. And now the results. So, the format for the competition is a gold, a silver, or a bronze certificate. And then at the end of that, there'll be one winner. So I will call out the bands, and they will receive their certificates. So if, Glyn, you could stand up for the first one, and then what we'll do is we'll just do alternates. So the first award goes to Kinneil Youth Band with a gold award. Lonehead Brass Roots and Newton Grange Junior Band with a That's the wrong one. I gave that to Sorry, Clackmannan District Brass Beginner Band with a silver award. I jumped ahead of myself there. I'll keep a hold of myself for it. Lonehead Brass Roots and Newton Grange Junior Band with a silver award. Kirkton Youth Band with a gold award. Hoyk Sax Hornets with a gold award. Irvine and Dreghorn Bracelets with a bronze award. Maroon Brass with a gold award. Perth and Kinross Brass Band with a silver award. Cooper Brass Bandits and Wizards with a gold award. And Broxburn and Livingston Future Brass with a bronze award. So could we have someone from St David's and Pennycook Joint Youth Band to have a certificate of participation if they're here? Yeah? There you go. And the winning band, winning the Novice section, receives the Novice Section Challenge Cup, and the winning band today was the band drawn number 4, Kirkton Youth Band. Thank you. So all of this